How's it going, everyone? I've got a classic movie for today's Black Ops 2 loadout. I can't believe how old The Matrix is, but it was released back in 1999. And I think it's definitely on everyone's top 10 lists of best movies of all time. Once again, this is another class that I originally did back in Black Ops 1, and back then we had plenty more weapons that did suit the Matrix movie. I think I used the MP5K in the original setup, but I could also have used the dual Scorpions. But once again, in Black Ops 2, with it being a futuristic theme, there's no weapons that are a direct match, so we'll just have to make use of what's available and make some kind of cross-links to weapons from the movie. So talking about weapons, let's jump straight in and take a look at the weapon setup for our Matrix or Neo class setup for Black Ops 2. Neo wields a fair few weapons throughout the movie, most of them doubled up akimbo style, but one weapon that's consistent throughout the movie is Neo's pistol, which is a Beretta 92 FS, often dual wielded when facing off against the agents. But for this setup in Black Ops 2, we'll go with the FiveSeven, simply for its blued appearance, which matches the Beretta, as well as it having a 20 round mag, which is much higher than the TAC-45. Obviously, we're going to have to go with the dual wield attachment for our FiveSeven to double up to match Neo's loadout in the movie. We're going to leave the rest of the weapons and equipment section quite sparse and just otherwise go with the tactical insertion. This TAC insertion being a great reference to how the characters are inserted into the Matrix via those telephones. So we'll leave it at just 3 points spent in the weapon section and move straight onto the perks to finish off the Matrix or Neo setup. Obviously, once these characters enter into the Matrix, they can adopt all kinds of enhanced skills, so the best way to relate this class to the movie is to double up on all the perks. One of the first things Neo learns in his training is all kinds of kung fu abilities.
I know kung fu.
We saw in that training scene how he goes flipping around and jumping through the air, so in game we'll go with the lightweight perk. And we'll spend the rest of our points on wild cards and double up on perk slot 2 and 3 with the perk 2 greed and the perk 3 greed wild cards. For the first perk in slot number 2, we'll go with hardwire to obviously relate to how the characters are wired up into the Matrix. Once again, we're not really making use of the actual benefits of hardwired in game, we're simply choosing it purely for its name. Then for the second perk in slot number 2, we'll go with fast hands. Not only does this also relate to Neo's kung fu abilities, it's also a good reference to how Neo and the agents managed to dodge those bullets. Then for perk slot number 3, we'll first go with extreme conditioning, again another reference to Neo's enhanced abilities in the Matrix. All the characters seem to be able to run farther and jump higher, just like Morpheus when he manages to jump between those two buildings. Then near the end of the movie, when Neo realises he's the one, he manages to take control of the Matrix and see everything in code. So the best way to relate to this in game is to go with the engineer perk to see all those enemy pieces of equipment highlighted in red. So that's it for the main class setup for our Neo loadout in Black Ops 2. Let's move on and take a look at some Score Street awards. The first two Score Street awards I've chosen both reference the same scene from the movie, where Trinity and Neo are trying to rescue Morpheus, and they use that Huey helicopter with the mounted machine gun to basically blow a hole in the side of the building, take out the windows and mow down those agents. So the closest match to a Huey with a side mounted minigun is the stealth chopper as well as the death machine. Then one other Score Street award I thought kind of fitted in with the movie was the Swarm. In the movie, those characters are constantly being hunted out by those sentinels, which often fly around in a big swarm, and with them being robots, it fits in perfectly well to the little swarm drones in Black Ops 2. So have some fun getting into character and playing as Neo from the Matrix in Black Ops 2. If you do have some fun with this loadout, or have just enjoyed my video, or just a fan of the Matrix movie, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up down below just to help spread the word and give my videos a little bit more widespread exposure. As always, I'm always interested to hear what kind of movies you'd love to see me cover in the near future, and if you're not already subscribing, is going to be the best way to be the first to check those out. Don't forget to check that description for a full link to the playlist in case you've missed any of the previous episodes. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later.
Dodge this.